The first step is to go around the edge. This one I've already taken off, but it's literally go around the edge with a screwdriver and prise this lip away from the body of the clock. You can then remove the bezel, exposing the dial of the clock. The next step is to remove these two screws and unsolder this earth connector here. So once you've unsoldered here, the movement just drops out once you've undone these two screws. The next step is to remove the hands, which can be prized off very carefully with a screwdriver. There we go. Okay, there's one. Same with the hour hand. Next, we remove the dial using a screwdriver like this with a very, very fine blade. This requires some patience. You have to force down, and there we go. She's coming off. And the same with the other one. That's it. Off comes the dial. Okay, story so far. I've mounted the dial from the old quartz movement, which fit, the screw holes are exactly the same size, to the newer quartz movement, which then slots in there. But we have to use the back from the original movement, as the new back, well, is just not suitable. It just won't clamp that movement into this frame. So I've made up a very Mickey Mouse template here for the extra holes that have to be cut, slots in the back, and a few holes for 2 holes for the screws, a slot there for the positive terminal. Very Mickey Mouse setup, but I'm hoping it's going to work. And now I've just got to cut a slot here and cut and drill 3 holes in the back of this one. So basically what we've done, we've taken one of these round VDO clocks. This one didn't have a second hand, it had just the hour and minute hands, which I believe came from a 944 Porsche, but it's the same clock that's fitted in lots of VAG group vehicles. That's the movement, the original synchronous motor movement with a sweep second hand that came out of my VW Beetle. But the new, this one, the one that was in here from the Porsche, it has a stepper motor, quartz motor. So we've managed to install it in here in the original VW Beetle clock surround. Wasn't easy. Cutting a slot here, that's the original slot, cutting the slot here for the positive terminal, drilling 2 more holes here, cutting 2 holes here for the prongs. But now we actually have a clock that works, identical. I fitted the original hands to it, everything fits. The 2 screws that hold the dial are exactly the same, in the same position. And we've got the original second hand, although it's only going to step now and not have a smooth movement. But at least it looks original. So just going to connect this clock up and test it now. There she goes, ticking away nicely. I even had to swap this time setting piece over from the original movement because it was fouling on the second hand and stopping the second hand turning. So I had to swap that over to enable it to clear the second hand. But everything now is all good. I've lubed up the gear train, the plastic gear train inside. I've lubed that up with a bit of silicone grease, and hopefully that's going to stay running for many more years to come. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.